And we'll jump in on a book question now. You wrote this novel in first person. Why did you choose this rather than third person narration?
So, which leads also to the question of why I even bother to tell her story in fictional form instead of as a biography. So usually those two questions, they dovetail, because for the same reason that I chose to tell it as a historical fiction is the same reason I chose to tell it in the first person. And that's because the story had never been told from her point of view. The story had never been told from anyone's point of view but his, or in biography. And all the biographies I read were full of a lot of opinion, which is not what biographies are meant to include. And that's fine. They were incredibly researched biographies, and I couldn't have written this book without them. But I felt like nothing had been told from her point of view. Even Shadowlands, which is the movie most people know about Joy Davidman, is completely from his point of view and is completely about what happened to him and how he felt when she died. Most of us know the book that C.S. Lewis wrote called A Grief Observed, which is one of the seminal books on grief of the 20th century. And he wrote that about her death. So we mostly know about what he felt, but what about her? And so I made a decision really early on that I was tired of hearing about her. I only wanted to hear from her. And because we have so much of her writing, we have her letters, we have her books, we have her essays, we have her poetry, most important. And because we have all of that, I knew I wanted to only hear from her. So to do that, I needed to write from the seat of her heart. I needed to write from behind her eyes, and I needed to write from the key of empathy. And to do that, I